Hi guys, it's Kyoko here, back with another character speed build. Today we're going to be building 3 forest nymphs. And if you don't know what a nymph is, I only vaguely know, so this isn't going to be super accurate or anything to like nymph lore or anything like that. The extent of my research for this was like a very quick Google search before I started building, so this is more just like a fun conceptual kind of thing. But a nymph is kind of like a a forest spirit. So that's kind of what I was going for. Originally I was going to build like fairies, but I also recently did like some fairy stuff and I want to do something a little bit different. So I thought that forest nymphs would be pretty cool. In the sense I could create like a magical being that like had like a natural spiritual connection to like the forest. I don't know, I just thought it'd be really cool. And also I really wanted to create some characters that had like some really interesting like magical looks to them. Like for example, all the nymphs that I'm building here are gonna have these really big ears that you're gonna see. Yeah, these ones. They're really kind of odd looking. She kind of looks like Dobby a little bit, but I kind of like the aesthetic of it. I don't know, it just felt very like foresty and elfy and just kind of exactly what I was going for. And I love this hair on her. I absolutely love this hair and I think it looks fantastic on her. And as you can see, she has this very interesting skin pattern on her. And that custom content skin detail actually comes in like other colors that aren't just skin colors, so she could have that in like pink or blue or just like very interesting magical colors, but I kind of liked it looking more natural like this. But basically, so I kind of imagine, so I'm going to be building 3 forest nymphs, and I kind of imagine that each single one has like their own kind of specialty, you know, like something that they specifically connect to. So this forest nymph here, her name is Ophelia, which I love that name. I absolutely love the name Ophelia. I think it's like so just like pretty sounding and so magical sounding. I don't know, that's definitely on my baby name list, like Ophelia. I love it. But she has a connection to flowers is what I imagine. So flowers, just general plant life, stuff like that. As you can see, she does have like a flower crown in her hair, so that kind of indicates that she's a flower girl. But I'm gonna put this dress on her in a second that you're gonna see. It's a new dress that I recently downloaded and I think it's so freaking cute. I'll show, you'll see it in just a second. But this one here, oh my god, I love this dress. I would wear this dress. This is such a cute dress. Guys, and it didn't even come with the cottagecore pack. Like it was a new custom content dress that I downloaded off of Tumblr, but it's so fantastic and it just kind of fits in perfectly with the cottagecore vibe that I was kind of going for here. But yeah, I've been on a cottage kick recently, as you guys probably know. And this one isn't like cottage exactly per se, you know, related, but it does kind of have that same cottagecore vibe of like, you know, being in nature and having like, you know, flowery kind of vibes. I don't know. I feel like there's something kind of cottagecore-y about this build. But this is Ophelia. She's our first forest nymph. I think she's so freaking cute. This is our second forest nymph. Her name is Daphne. Just so you guys know, I didn't like pick the names for any like particular reason. Like I didn't like look up like nymph names or anything like that. They just were names that were in my head that sounded kind of like magical and very like, I don't know, they just had like a vibe to them and I was like, wow, these names are totally perfect. So we have Ophelia, we have Daphne. So for Daphne, I figured that for her kind of specialty or the thing that she connects to in nature is probably trees. Like she has like a very strong connection to just trees, and she can like, because trees are very old, right? They're very, very old, and she can kind of like touch trees and like know how old they are. And she has like a very spiritual connection to trees. And I figured she probably is the oldest of all the nymphs, like probably like has been around the longest because of that, because of her connection to the trees and the forest and etc, etc. But yeah, so nymphs, from what I briefly read, aren't like immortal like gods. Like they're not like that kind of creature. They're more just like spirits who like live a very, very long time, but they're not immortal, so they do eventually die, which is kind of sad to think about. But I like the idea that they're not like these immortal like gods. I really like the fact that they're kind of like people, but like forest related magical people. I don't know, I just think it's a really cool concept. And I love these ears, they're so cute. Like like they're kind of quirky, but they're definitely very, very cute. But I end up giving Daphne these braids. I think I look at a couple other hairs just to kind of look around, but I do end up giving her those braids. I had some trouble like picking out hairs for all of them, to be honest, because I didn't have like a bunch of hairs that were like the right tone, but I feel like I got it in the end. Like I really do like these braids on her, and I love this little crown on her. You can see it's like twigs, which works for like the forest or the tree you know, fairy thing about her. And for her outfit, what do I end up doing? I gave her like this, a dress that I almost put on Ophelia, but I figured that it would work on her better instead. It's this one. I just wanted to give them dresses that were, you know, cottagecore-y, very flowy, very comfortable looking, you know, things that, you know, made sense for a forest nymph to wear. And as you might have noticed by now, none of them are going to be wearing shoes because I figured that, you know, with their relationship to nature, they'd want like their feet planted firmly in the dirt. You know, like they want that physical connection to the ground when they're walking. And this is our last forest nymph. Her name is Serafino, which again, such a beautiful name. So we have Ophelia, Daphne, and Serafina, which are just like that is like the greatest friend group of all time, just based on their names. Like I love like magical sounding names, like names for like fairies and mermaids. I think they're so fun. But so for Serafina, I imagine that she has a connection to the animals, so like animal life in the forest. So like deers and or deer, you know, rabbits. I'm trying to think of forest animals, you know, just things in the forest. She has connection to them. I was trying to find like a special like detail for her, and I ended up giving her like these sparkles in the middle of her eyes there, you could see, which I kind of thought looked very pretty on her. And she has like these like slightly goldish tinted fingers, which I thought was like another little magical touch to her, you know, physical form. I don't know why, like I don't know what the indication of that is to like her relationship with animals or anything like that, but I just thought it looked very cool and magical and stuff. So we give her this yellow dress, this one right here. I really like the sleeves on it. I think it's like super freaking cute. And she's super freaking cute, and they're all super freaking cute, and they all have the same traits. So they love the outdoors, they're green fiends, and they're all very good, you know, like they're people who protect and take care of the forest. But yeah, anyways, let me know what you guys think of this build. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.